Hello.
Thanks so much for coming. So we're going to start off today with Misty reading from the book.
So this is from a very early point in the book and in my career as a dancer. The day after Mommy told me I would have to quit ballet, Cindy was waiting for me in front of the school, rifling through her organizer, looking up from time to time to see if I'd appeared. I opened the car door and got in beside her. "I'm going to have to stop dancing," I blurted out before breaking down into tears. My mother says that the studio's too far, that it's too much, that I'm missing out on time with my friends and family. Perhaps she would have been better able to understand if, like many concerned parents of ballerinas, my mother had been worried about my struggling schoolwork or fatigue. But this excuse seemed flimsy, even to me. Cindy looked as though she'd forgotten how to breathe. Her eyes were wide and glistening. We sat there for a few minutes, silent. "Well then," she finally said, "at least I can drive you home." I was too tired to protest, too grief-stricken to guard my secret. I gave her my address. We were quiet in the car. I tried to imagine what would fill the space that ballet had occupied, and I kept coming up empty. Finally, Cindy pulled to a stop. Staring at the rundown motel where my family was living, she looked as stunned as she had when I told her that I couldn't dance with her anymore. "Thanks for the ride," I whispered as I hurried out of the car. Upstairs, I fumbled for the room key and entered the living room, blankets rolled up near the spots where they would later be unfurled as makeshift beds. I'm sure Mommy didn't believe she was being neglectful. After all, we hadn't always lived that way, with pallets on the floor. We hadn't always called a motel with a lobby window to slide our rent check through home. We didn't always sleep around the corner from a highway lined with liquor stores and sketchy taco joints. But that's how we live now. That's what Cindy saw. There was a knock on the door. Mommy, who'd been in the bedroom with Alex, came out and opened it. Cindy stood there tentatively. I could feel the tension building in this small space, a nearly tangible thing. I just wanted to disappear. She met my eyes where I sat withdrawn on the floor. I believe that she knew this was it. She either brought me with her that night and into the world she believed I was born to be a part of, or I would never dance again. The two women huddled a while, talking softly, crying too. Mommy made it very clear that she had 5 other children. I was not, nor could I be, the center of her universe. I knew that, but I needed to be that to someone. "I can't leave her," Cindy said, tears streaming down her face. "I want Misty to come live with me." Then Mommy sighed and looked around the crowded motel room, and she let me go.
Dear candidate, thank you for your application to our ballet academy. Unfortunately, you have not been accepted. You lack the right feet, Achilles tendons, turnout, torso length, and bust. You have the wrong body for ballet, and at 13, you are too old to be considered. You have the wrong body. You have the wrong body. You have the wrong body for ballet.